Hey, what's happening, gamers? Welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy for the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah!
You're watching KwingsLetsPlays. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell to be notified when more Ace Attorney arrives every day at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Ding!
All right, so we're back here with the bikini lady, and we're going to ask her about...
Why she's not wearing a bikini?
No, Kids Channel. Family Feud.
Oh, the spiritual power of the grind channeling technique is in the blood. Freaky.
Maya's told me the exact same thing before.
I forgot how to do Maya's voice. We, the women of the Fae clan, we've always been spirit mediums, Nick. It's because of the power to communicate with spirits flows strongly through us.
According to Maya, only the women in the family can inherit that power. Men are just too busy watching television.
Yep.
True.
Maybe they have their online businesses with like reviewing video games, and they get sent all over like the country to like look at new games coming out.
I see what you did there. Nice save.
The main family's bloodline stems directly from Misty Army, but with each new generation, only one daughter becomes the new master.
And the ones who don't become branch families, right?
They become losers. That's right. It's always the cause of tragedy. We call them hosers.
You know, Maya had a sister too, an older sister named Mia.
Oh yes, I've heard of her.
What? You know about Maya? Mia?
Mia? Of course, I know about Mia. Can't you get her name right? She became a lawyer in the hopes of discovering what happened to her mother.
And lost her life.
Yes.
As a result.
Oh, do you know what Mystic Mia is rumored to have said? She said it wasn't only because of her mother that she became a lawyer. She also didn't want to fight with her sister over the leadership of the tradition.
Really?
Well, she said what happened to her own mother, Mystic Misty, as she grew up. I mean, she saw what happened to her. I guess Mystic Mia got tired of seeing the rivalry between her mom and her aunt. Oh, that's why Mia became a lawyer.
That's right. Misty Faye had an older sister as well. And Misty, having superior powers, managed to usurp Master's seat from her.
Mystic Misty's sister is Mystic Morgan. As you probably know, they all have similar names. It's so hard to say.
Morgan, there's a name I know well. It was a year ago now that Maya's home, Karine Village... What she did was terrible. It was all so she could make her own daughter the next master.
Creepy.
I
suppose if you know about Mystic Morgan's daughter, then you must have already realized that Iris...
Huh? Iris? What's Iris got to do with any of this?
That Iris is Mystic Morgan's daughter too!
Iris is Nani? Is she kidding me? Iris is Morgan Faye's daughter? What?
Well, I don't even know what I just said.
Did you just say that Iris is Morgan Faye's daughter?
I don't remember. Oops! I thought you already knew that. Oopsies! Sounded like you met one of Mystic Morgan's daughters already, I thought.
I have. I know her very well.
Oh?
Yes, Pearls. Pearl Faye.
But I always thought she was an only child.
That's Phoenix.
Oh.
But I only thought she was an only child. No, but I only thought she was an only child.
Oh. You just! That child? She's Mystic Morgan's? Oh, I had no idea. Mystic Morgan, but she's in prison now, isn't she?
Yes, ever since she was found to be a co-conspirator in a murder case last year. Wow. Oh.
Mom, stop pulling on me so tight.
It was all done to set Pearls up as the next master.
Why are you pushing me so hard to be the next master, Mom?
Stage mom. I
see. I've been all wrong this whole time. Mystic Morgan had 3 daughters, not 2.
Wait, what? 3?
Yes, Iris, her twin sister, and Miss
it! Nani!
What?
Twins!
Ah! Oh, didn't you know? It all happened 20 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
After the clan leadership was taken from her by her sister, Mystic Morgan's life crumbled. Oh! It wasn't many years later that Crime's reputation hit an all-time low. When Mystic Morgan's husband realized his wife would never become the master, he left her and the village, taking their twin daughters with him. That's weird.
How awful.
He was a jeweler, you know. In the end, he remarried, and that's when it happened. He decided to give one of his girls up to be looked after by us here at the temple. Just one of them? That was Iris, you see.
It's unbelievable. If Iris has a twin sister...
Her evil twin.
Could it be? Could you tell me one more thing, Sister Bikini? What was the name of Iris's sister?
Let's see. I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright. I just can't even remember. I remembered all that other stuff, but all I can recall is that her father was a jeweler.
Well, that's a clue, I guess. A jeweler.
Then she must have looked
Thank you very much.
Oh.
You've helped clear up a lot of details.
You're welcome.
Pearls had 2 older sisters, huh?
Yes, that's right. No doubt it was all because Mystic Morgan's anger towards the main family.
Anger? What do you mean exactly?
Her twin daughters were taken from her by her jeweler husband. But even that couldn't destroy her dream that a child of hers would one day lead the clan.
That's why she had pearls.
Seems that the incident here was a result of Mystic Morgan's anger. It was able to break free of the bars that confined her.
So Iris has a twin sister. The plot thickens. But this information will be useless unless I can flesh it out a bit. I need to ask more questions, get some more info.
Wait, I'm so confused. So... Does Pearls and her twin sisters have the same dad then? I'm so confused. Did Mystic...
I don't know.
Morgan remarry or something?
I don't know.
February 9th, Hazakura Temple.
Sounds like someone's happy. What tune is it they're humming?
Oh,
no.
This guy.
No motive, no crime, no motive, no crime. Sing it with me. No motive, no crime. I remember when we used to search in the channeling room in Karine. Whoop, I love my job. Who cares if the clues I find are no good? That's not what investigation's all about. The investigator investigates for the love of investigating. It's a passion. Good cases we have, good cases we've lost along the way.
I would have never guessed that Gumshoe was into reggae. Oh, man.
We didn't know that was supposed to be reggae.
Every case is gonna be airtight, man. Every case is gonna be airtight, man.
We have to do his voice and reggae at the same time?
Yeah, man. Hey, pal.
Huh? Oh, who, me?
How long have you been there?
I just got here.
Oh, okay.
So what are you up to, detective?
I'm investigating, pal. I
Yeah!
made a promise to Mr. Edgeworth. I promised to find the real murder weapon.
The real murder weapon, huh?
The barbed sword thing turned out to be a false lead, right? I'm giving my best shot here, but I still haven't turned up any clues. I just found these weird scraps of paper. It looks like a letter or something. It doesn't seem to have anything to do with the case, though.
A letter? So how's the investigation going, Gumshoe?
I don't know if I should be telling you, pal, but I guess it can't hurt. Looks like the murder took place in the Inner Temple Garden. And they're taking that bloody writing on the lantern pretty seriously back at HQ, so headquarters.
What do you mean?
I don't have the details, pal. All I know is if you don't find Maya down in that sacred cavern, we're gonna be faced with one ugly situation.
What kind of ugly situation are we looking at here?
You got me. I don't know. They're not my words, pal.
Then who said it?
Mr. Godot.
Godot? What did he mean by that? The letter. About the letter you found.
Don't remind me, pal. I'm busting a gut here trying to find the murder weapon. And all I find is some burnt up old letter.
Burnt up old letter.
Yeah, it was in that incinerator right outside the temple.
Bingo. The incinerator? I knew it! I knew it was. I wasn't imagining things today, mostly. Probably. There was snow on the incinerator when I first saw it.
And then there wasn't, and it was open.
But after the incident, the snow had melted away. Which means someone used the incinerator on the night of the murder.
What's up with you, pal? I've got it right here if you want to take a look.
Can I? Do you mind?
Sure, go nuts. I don't want it, pal. You can have it. It's all spirit mediums and masters and stuff. I bet it's got no relation to the case.
Spirit mediums? Burnt letter added to the court record. It's gotta be important if it's mentioned spirit mediums and masters. Better give it a good looking over and some serious thought.
Make sure you chuck it in the trash when you're done. Littering's a crime, pal.
Gumshoe. Murder weapon. So, what do you know about the real weapon so far?
Well, it wasn't the ceremonial blade that was found impaled in the victim, so Mr. Edgeworth proved that in court today.
Yeah, that's true. It's fun talking to yourself.
Yeah.
In which case, it must have been another blade.
What you really have to do, kids, is you have to move your head from side to side to make sure the voices are coming out from the respective... Never mind.
Yeah.
And that's... Now I'm doing it. And that's what you're running around with like a headless chicken lurking for now?
Oh, yeah. And man, is it tiring work. But let me tell you something, pal. I'm no chicken. I've got the feather of forensics in our cap these days. We're using the department's secret weapon on this.
Secret weapon? What's the secret weapon? And what's this secret weapon of yours, detective?
You want to know? You gotta think scientifically, Kay.
All right.
The murder weapon was a sword, right? Swords are, scientifically speaking, made of metal, right?
Sure.
Any questions so far?
Nope.
Nope. I know where he's gonna say, but I'll let him look smart.
So what's the perfect tool for the job? Ta-da! A metal detector!
You were a genius!
Raise your hand if you didn't see this coming from a mile away. Detective Gumshoe and his gadgets.
Oh, I raised my... Never mind.
Nice callback to the first game.
Yep.
Well, you want to give scientific investigation a go?
Yeah, we did use that.
Me? I've been using this thing for hours now. It's pretty boring after a while. Why don't you give it a try?
Wow.
I don't know. Should I help Detective Gumshoe out or not? Play forensics expert.
Sure.
Come on, pal. It's good fun, I'm telling you.
All right, then. I guess I'll give it a go.
Like I said, this is the department's most advanced one, so it's the absolute best. It's so sensitive you can make it cry. It's so high-tech you can skydive off it.
Oh, brother.
Oh, so now I'm going to tell you how to use it.
Okay.
It's possible the real murder weapon is around here somewhere, right?
Right.
Sure, that's what we're trying to find out.
Right. So first, let's turn the detector on like this.
Oh, we have to turn it on.
Ah, that's the sound of metal detector signal bouncing off something. Next, move the detector cursor around and give the courtyard a good looky, pal. Don't worry, this baby will let you know when you've hit something metallic. Now, and when that happens, press the A button to give the area a good hard stare. The thing picks up metallic objects that are hidden from sight, too.
Whoa. Okay.
I guess we're already using it.
The ladder.
Look, a ladder!
That's a step ladder.
What's the difference? Looks like a normal ladder to me, pal.
Sure, everyone knows the difference. I mean, they're pretty ordinary objects.
I met plenty of guys like you always picking on the smallest details. The vegetable store guy near my place does it all the time. He never corrects me when I ask for a head of lettuce. That's cabbage, he says. I'm telling you, they're the exact same thing.
No, they're not. They're completely different. Really?
You have to plant both of them firmly in the ground before they can grow.
Yep.
Listen, you gotta take a step back and look at the bigger picture sometimes. Otherwise, you could miss a really important clue. That's the advice from a pro, pal.
The last person I need advice from is this guy in front of me. Alright, that's the statue.
Yeah, I guess some of the stuff we see that's metal is, like,
Wait,
obvious.
why did it... Okay, that moved. That moved. Why is the cane making noise?
I don't know, I guess you could hit it.
This is Mrs. Lisa's staff, right?
Scientifically speaking, they're usually made of wood.
Well, the detector's reacting to it.
Weird.
Yeah, but however you look at it, it's the thing's made of wood, right?
Unless it's not.
I don't bother investigating anything unless it looks like it might be metallic.
Isn't the whole point of a metal detector to find metal where you can't see it? Oh.
Maybe it's metal inside.
Hmm.
Or maybe it's painted like wood and it's really metal.
That's an interesting theory.
It's weird that this thing is causing a racket, though. Maybe it's broken.
Here, let me take a look at it.
Hey, hands off, pal. Examining evidence is a job for the...
Frack.
Ah, the top is coming off. Look what you've done. You've really damaged a really important piece of evidence, pal. Ah!
Uh-oh.
Huh?
Oh my god.
That's, a sword. Inside the staff? Could it be? The murder weapon!
Oh
What?
gosh.
I'd never have guessed there'd be a sword concealed in the victim's staff.
Why?
They call this thing a sword cane, pal. This one's a real gem. The workmanship is really something else. Thank goodness it wasn't a cane sword, or else the victim would have stabbed her own foot.
Yeah. I don't think they make cane swords.
I officially give up on trying to figure out how Gumshoe's mind works. There's just... If the real scene of the crime was the inner temple garden, then why was the sword used to kill the victim found in the main hall courtyard? Hey, Gumshoe,
Yeah.
who knows about the hidden sword?
No one. Even the police didn't know about this until I discovered it just now.
Maybe we should keep it a secret.
Well, as they say, there's no team in Gumshoe. Doesn't look like there's any traces of blood on it.
Then I guess this isn't the murder weapon, huh?
Could've been
No,
like-
no, no, no,
Oh my
no.
God.
I'm sure someone just wiped it off after the murder.
Yeah, of course. This thing's definitely the murder weapon. Good job, pal.
It's about the same length as the ceremonial blade. This must be the murder weapon.
Okay, I'm gonna run over to forensics. And there's gotta be some traces of blood left, even if the most of it was wiped off. See you later, pal.
Okay. Oh, he's gone.
Every case is gonna be airtight. Every case is gonna be airtight. Wait, detective! What is it, pal? I'm pretty busy right now, you know?
You're gonna get that staff analyzed, right? Would you mind holding off for just a little while?
What are you talking about, pal?
Please! Just until we find Maya.
Maya? And what's this got to do with her?
I don't know, but I'm starting to get a really bad feeling in the pit of my stomach.
Oh, how so?
Look, Maya's trapped inside the sacred cavern right now, and, well, we don't even know if she's okay or not. The more evidence and testimony I hear, the more uneasy I start to feel.
You don't think... Maya's been...
Please don't, detective. Let's wait until we can get inside the
Oh
cavern.
my gosh, it was Dahlia, I think, that murdered her.
You're looking kind of viridian there, pal. Oh, okay, just stop with that face, pal. One thing, though. The staff's secret trick. Let's keep it between you and me, alright? If that's out, and we knew about it and didn't say anything, we're finished.
I understand.
This is just a regular run-of-the-mill staff. You got it? Okay. Now take good care of it, pal.
Thank you, detective.
Don't worry. She'll be fine.
Gumshoe.
You know, there's a place at the base of this mountain that has some really good pasta. How about I take you there when you find Maya? She'll love it.
There's a place that serves pasta down there?
Sure, thanks.
Aww.
Well, I mean, it's been so many years now. Gumshoe has to be friends with them, right?
Yeah.
I can't help but wonder, though. What was Elise doing with the staff like this in the first place?
Maybe she was trying to make sure she could defend herself because she thought people were trying to kill her. I feel like Iris's evil twin definitely did it, and Iris's evil twin has to be no other than Dahlia.
But, yeah.
There's no other way. How do they look exactly the same? It's impossible.
Well, I know they said for us not to go over to the garden, but we need to go over to the garden. That's the only other place we can go. So.
It makes sense. She would have done away with oh my gosh, what if Maya's mom locked her in there and kept the lock on it so Maya wouldn't be hurt? But then who put the other locks on there afterwards?
I have no idea, but I don't think they're thinking that Maya's not superhuman. It's already been several days.
Yeah.
No food, no water, locked up in a frozen... That's not good.
Unless she has supernatural, like, channeling powers that make her like those monks in the Himalayas that can go without food and water for, like, years or something.
Amber, this is Maya we're talking about.
Oh.
Yeah. The cops are still combing the place. They look pretty nervous. Better be... I'm kind of nervous, too. It's gotta be a tough job. Ah!
Well...
Especially with someone giving you the evil eye the whole time. Mother... How could I have done that? Wow, I can't believe it's still bothering him. Edgeworth! Ah! Hey! Don't you dare run away! What do you want, Wright? What do I want? If you came here to laugh at me, then get it over with. Go on, laugh! Get your jollies! I was ready to hug it out with him, but... It's just the same prideful Edgeworth. You went back to the Criminal Affairs Department, right? You said you wanted to look into something concerning Iris? Yes. And thanks to what I found, I was reminded of something terrible. Aha. You guys are putting a lot of effort into the investigation of the garden here, huh? There's a huge chance this is the actual scene of the crime. That's why. You mean because of the writing in blood and the talisman in the snow? Exactly. As you know, those things couldn't have been planted here after the murder. But surely, you don't suspect... Maya, do you?
Well...
We have to treat everyone as a suspect, Maya as well as Iris. It's our job, right?
Yeah, but this couldn't have been the scene of the crime because they said the snowmobile wouldn't go across the bridge. This couldn't have been the scene of the crime.
So I guess you still haven't gotten over your fear of earthquakes. No, though thankfully my nightmares have stopped. But still, if the ground gives even the slightest tremor, I find myself short of breath. Did you just laugh at Edgeworth?
A little bit. I don't know, a little bit. 17
years ago, when we were still school kids at the same elementary school.
I know, I'm cruel.
A little bit. Edgeworth found himself in the middle of a murder. It all started with that big quake that hit the courthouse.
Flashback.
Phoenix using his narrator voice.
Yeah.
Yes, I was stuck in the elevator with my father, who was a defense attorney. We were deprived of oxygen and he passed out. That's when it happened. That single gunshot shattered my whole life. And now I hate earthquakes.
Yep.
I lost everything that day, all because of that stupid earthquake. My dreams, my family, and myself. It's been more than 17 years now, and that case is finally resolved 2 years ago, right? You think I don't know that? I was there, but... It was such a shock. I've never imagined I could be so wrong about myself and my life. I'm sorry, Wright. There's nothing else I can say. Earthquakes terrify me. Now, no, after you choose to become a lawyer for my sake, and no, not after you saved me. Edgeworth, you're stronger than you think, so no more of this self-pity, okay? Iris. There was something that bothered me about her from the moment we met. I felt like I'd seen her somewhere before. No, wait! Not somewhere. I felt like I'd seen her in court before.
Yep.
So you went back to the Criminal Affairs Department to look at her file. Yes. I checked over every case file I ever worked on. And I was right. I had seen her face before 6 years ago. 6 years ago?
Huh?
It was my first appearance in court. And as cases go, it was my worst nightmare. So who was she? I'm sorry, Wright.
Mia and Edgeworth case.
I can't give that information away to a member of the general public.
But
What? Why not? I might be the crucial piece of the puzzle that solves this case. The woman I knew was the daughter of a jewelry store owner. She had nothing to do with Iris and the temple. And neither did the case. No. That woman is completely unrelated to this murder. Unrelated? Yes, I can say that with complete confidence. You're wrong, Edgeworth. She's totally related to this case.
yeah.
I need to fill Edgeworth in. I need to explain the connection between Iris and the woman Edgeworth knew. How?
We can't. Maybe we can present it. Like, where's the... Don't we have a newspaper? Or... Morgan Fay's daughter, Iris's twin sister, her father deals in jewelry. I guess we could present that?
Let's try it. Hey, Edgeworth, listen. Did you know that Iris had a twin sister? What? A twin? You can't be serious.
Yep.
Sister Bikini told me, but the problem is she didn't know the name of the twin. There was nothing about Iris having a sister in the files. I checked. Well, Iris was taken in by the temple when she was really young. Apparently her sister was raised by her father, a jeweler, I think. A jeweler? Right. I just might know who this twin sister of her is. I had a feeling you'd say that. Let me guess.
Dahlia Hawthorne.
Her name is Dahlia Hawthorne, right? Yes, exactly. Please tell me what you know about her, Edgeworth. Please! My gosh, this is becoming like... feels like one of those telenovela...
Yeah, telenova thing.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
how to
whatever.
say it.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It was my first court case 6 years ago. I was a greenhorn, and due to my inexperience, the defendant died. You're talking about Terry Falls, right? You knew about that case? You're not the only one who noticed something about Iris and Dahlia. I checked one of Mia's old files from 6 years ago when I was recovering in the hospital. Yes, Dahlia was a key witness in that case. Dahlia and Terry Falls conspired together to stage a fake kidnapping 11 years ago. Right here. And then she fell. Splash.
Yep.
They stole a jewel worth $2 million from Dahlia's father, a jeweler. This is really interesting. Very long, though.
Yeah.
And 5 years after that, she murdered her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne, to keep her from talking.
Freaky.
So it was her stepsister, then.
Oh, yes.
Her sister? Well, her stepsister, actually. They weren't blood related. Valerie was the only daughter of Dahlia's father's second wife. Oh. And this is when she entered my life. Okay. The woman who tried to kill me.
Yeah.
Intense.
Crazy.
So after Terry Falls passed away, what happened to Dahlia? Did you check that out? Does it really matter? Like I said, Dahlia isn't connected with this case. Why are you sure about that?
Yeah.
It's simple. Dahlia Hawthorne is dead.
What?
What? Well, her metabolic process are a matter of interest only to historians, so to speak. What?
What?
What do you mean by Dahlia is dead, Edgeworth?
Huh?
Right. I must confess that in reading her file, I came to know of the murder case you were involved in during your college years. Ah, great.
Yeah.
Dahlia Hawthorne was found guilty. Thanks to the persistence of Mia Fey.
Oh, yeah. Mia Fey! Mia Fey!
Oh, wow. You still remember her freaky voice. At the time, Dahlia, it's like she was possessed by a demon or something. It's been almost 5 years since that guilty verdict was handed down, and her sentence was finally carried out. She was executed last month. Executed? I'm sure that's a bit of a shock for you, right? And for more reasons than one. But you do understand now. She can't possibly be connected with this case. She's dead, and once someone is dead, there's no way to revive them.
Unless they're channeled.
Oh, there's a way to revive the dead, all right. I wonder. It seems you're not aware of one other connection yet, Edgeworth. And what is that? It's about Iris and Dahlia Hawthorne's mother. What's their mother got to do with any of this? She's Morgan Fay, a spirit medium from a branch family of the Corrine channeling technique. Did you say Corrine channeling technique?
Yes.
Do you know something about it? Oh yes, I know it's connected with that fraudulent spirit medium.
Oh my god.
Fraudulent. I was involved in another nightmare 17 years ago. I was caught up in the middle of a murder investigation. The police didn't have any leads. They were stumped, and that's when they called her in. She was a very famous spirit medium and the master of her channeling school, or so they say. But you know what happened? A result of her efforts, an innocent man was accused of murder. She and her powers, they were fraudulent. Edgeworth, calm down. Go to the police records room, it's all in there. All you have to do is check the DL6 incident case file, and you'll know. Wow, Edgeworth still has a grudge. Of course, how could I forget?
Yeah.
Edgeworth was the victim in that case, after all.
Yeah.
Edgeworth, you'll understand someday, man. And then you'll see that the Corrine channeling technique is real.
Yep, it is.
Real.
Oh my gosh, there's just so much to this case. I feel like I'm reading a college textbook or something.
This feels like a really well-written novel.
Yep.
Alright, Iris.
Wait, you don't think that this is really Dahlia that escaped prison and then killed her own sister and then is posing as a nice person?
No, they executed Dahlia. The only way Dahlia could cause any trouble is as a spirit.
Yeah, you're right.
But
you're right,
Iris is not.
Dahlia.
No, Iris has no spiritual powers. There's no way she can channel her sister. Impossible.
She doesn't. The only person who could do it is Maya.
Maya, Misty,
mom, or
Pearls.
Pearls. Oh my.
No, don't go there. Don't go there.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
The night of the crime. I think it's time you told the truth about what you were doing on that night.
What?
You said you were in your room at the temple the entire time, remember? Do you still claim that to be the truth?
Yes, that's where I was.
Iris, I believe you're innocent. That's why I want to believe what you're telling me too, but I can't. Because this person saw you somewhere else on the night of the murder. Bikini.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Sister Bikini, of course.
Sister Bikini?
Her testimony in court today was very clear. Have fun, Amber.
Okay. That night I was helping an acolyte with her training in the inner temple, but, well, as you can see, my back likes to act up violently. So I left Iris to help the acolyte return to Hazakura Temple.
Oh my gosh. Sister Bikini didn't just see you, she spoke with you. You two talked about Maya's training that night. So you see, Iris, you were there at the inner temple on the night of the murder.
That's very impressive, Mr. Wright. The acolyte's actual training was due to start after 10 o'clock that night, so I left the main hall early so I wouldn't be late.
What time was that?
Let me see. It takes about 20 minutes to walk between the main hall and the inner temple, so I would have left about 9:40 p.m., I think.
I'm sorry, Iris, but lying doesn't suit you.
Huh?
Now, you say you left the main hall at 9:40, but what you say doesn't add up with this.
No footprints on the ground?
No. No. She and Nick were talking and she gave him the hood.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You yourself testified to the contrary, don't you remember? You said you rang the lights out bell at 10 o'clock that night. Plus, only moments before you rang that bell, you were seen at the main hall by the most reliable witness I have.
Who's that?
Me.
Mr. Wright!
We even spoke a little that evening, remember? That's when you gave me this. Surely you haven't forgotten.
No, that's not right at all. I remember...
And that brings us to another puzzling fact, Iris. At 10 o'clock on the night of the murder, you were seen in 2 different places at the same time. It's time you told me exactly what's going on, Iris. So far, I've managed to prove 2 things. First, on the night of the incident, you were at the Inner Temple. And second, at the exact time, you were ringing the bell at the temple. There's only one plausible explanation for this apparent impossibility.
There were 2 of you?
How is that possible?
There were...
It has to be. On the night of the incident, you were seen in 2 different places at the same time. Which means there must have been 2 of you. Can't think of any other explanation, Iris.
But that's crazy! How could that be? There's only one of me! It's impossible!
Impossible? I wonder. The way you're trembling certainly seems to suggest otherwise.
You're seriously trying to suggest there's more than one of me? Then show me the evidence! Show me something that proves there's more than one of me!
Her sister. I have a firm grasp on the situation now, Iris. You have a sister, don't you? A twin sister. That's right. Dahlia Hawthorne, a woman I know only too well.
I had no idea you knew of her. Very impressive, Mr. Wright. But she's no longer...
Yes, I know. Her sentence was carried out recently, wasn't it? I'm sorry.
Thank you.
There's no need to explain now, is there, Iris? The second you who was here at the temple on the night of the murder, it was your twin sister, Dahlia Hawthorne.
But you just said it yourself a second ago! My sister's dead! Have you forgotten that?
Have you forgotten this, Iris? This is a channeling dojo, a training ground of Kurine channeling technique. That night, someone channeled Dahlia's spirit, and you knew about it! And that's the secret you've been trying to hide from me. No, I don't think so, Phoenix. She's acting like she's in love with you, you goof.
Yeah.
That's her secret.
I was in my room in the main hall that night. As soon as I heard that I'd been spotted at the Inner Temple, I knew it was my sister, Dahlia, the other half of me who passed away last month.
Just as I suspected. The Iris that Sister Bikini saw at the Inner Temple on the night of the murder, it was Dahlia. Why didn't you tell me this before?
Because my sister always does the right thing.
Excuse me?
And because I mustn't get in the way of what she's trying to do. I already betrayed her once before. I can't do it again.
You betrayed her? What do you mean?
That's why I have to accept that I may be found guilty. It's the only way.
What is she talking about?
What in the world?
You know... Oh, sorry, Iris.
You know about it, don't you, Mr. Wright? About the fake kidnapping that took place here on Eagle Mountain 11 years ago.
What?
That was the start of it all. It's what started her down that twisted path. She started to commit crime after crime, and in the end, she lost her life. Well, isn't that her fault?
Exactly.
It's all because I betrayed her!
How did you betray her, Iris?
It was no coincidence that Eagle Mountain is where the exchange was to take place. After all, I helped plan the whole thing.
What?
But I got scared, so I ran away.
What are you talking about? Why would you help her? Stealing $2 million from your own father, that's awful!
But I promised that I'd help. And she didn't do it for the money.
What?
What? It was revenge on our father.
Revenge?
It's weird.
Oh my... What do you mean by revenge?
This is too much. He was a hideous man. He threw our mother away and sent her to heck.
Her mother? She must be talking about Morgan.
Our mother was the eldest daughter of the main branch of the Fay family. The main family had lots of influence in many business and political circles at the time. As the eldest daughter, our mother was set to inherit all that was as the next master. That's the reason our father married our mother in the first place, for power. But his plan backfired because our mother's sister took it all from her. She took over as master of Karine.
That would be Misty, Maya's mother.
She didn't really take it though, she just was better at it. But before long, the credibility of the Karine tradition hit rock bottom. The new master, Misty Fay, made a terrible mistake. It was during the investigation of the Deal 6 incident.
I'm aware.
After that happened...
Oh my gosh, Shadow!
Shadow's sad too.
Oh my gosh.
Our father took me and my twin sister away, leaving our mother and her home behind. He hated the place. He said it was a hick dive, that he had no reason to stay there.
And that's when you came here to the temple.
Yes, the woman my father took as his next wife already had a daughter, Valerie. I had no place in his new family, you see.
Oh.
I haven't seen my mother once since then. Having the master's seat stolen from her and being rejected by her own family, I've heard she's been very battered spiritually and emotionally.
I think I'm finally beginning to see how the pieces fit together.
I have asked her everything I can in my capacity as a prosecutor.
Oh my gosh, she's been there the entire time? Oh,
Why
great.
are you sitting there listening creepily, Von Karma? This incident, everything related to it, goes back to the history of the Fey clan.
That's what it looks like. Oh, Iris, there's just one more thing I want you to tell me.
What is it?
During the incident in which your sister Dahlia poisoned a lawyer, she began a relationship with a certain college student in order to hide evidence. That college student, have you heard anything about him?
Well, I did hear one thing. She said she hated his guts. Oops.
I see. Thank you for your help.
You're welcome. Hurry up, Phoenix Wright! There is still much to investigate! Why would she hate your guts? Leave these locks to me. I'll open them for you, I promise.
Thank you. I suppose I better continue my investigation. There's still one giant secret left to unlock, and my heart is breaking! Pearl's Psyche Lock.
And Shadow's heart is breaking, apparently. Our cat is meowing a whole bunch.
Alright guys, I think that's all the drama I can take for today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and we will see you with more of the investigation of the secret of the Fey Clan.
More Total Drama Island!
Oh my gosh. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and hit the playlist to see past episodes. Until we meet again, God bless and happy gaming.
See